March 13th, 1:22 PM, Gatewater Land, main gates. Hello everyone, Triple S back here with some more Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, which I think should actually be Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations, because it's, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, why is it not Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney? I don't know. Anyway, back here, poor Meekins is being dragged off as the suspected culprit of killing the butler, whose name I forget. The names in this game aren't that easily rememberable. But I know Lance. Lance is still missing. He was kidnapped. And now we're teamed up with Kay Faraday here, who's claiming to be the great thief, the Yatagarasu, which I love saying. It's an awesome name, Yatagarasu, Yatagarasu, Yatagarasu. So, and unfortunately Gumshoe can't exactly work with us, because he's a detective, and he's under the control, I guess you could say, of what's his name? Lang? Shi-long Lang? Is it something like that? Again, I can't remember the names properly. But let's just carry on and see what else we can find out around this area about the blue badgers, and just see where things go. Chased out like a pair of peasants. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Kate? There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything, however albeit. What shouldn't a thief steal? A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with ever. Get away with it? Yeah, I know. No. That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. When I apprehend the murderer myself. Alright, and I'm going to work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go. I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Miss Edgeworth! Oh, yep, here he comes. Detective Gumshoe. Miss Edgeworth, the stadium! Hurry, sir! This is supposed to be hush-hush, but they found the witness at the stadium. A witness? You! What did we tell you about leaving your assigned post? The jig is up. Miss Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir. See, yeah, you can't work with them. Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kate. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. Off we trot. March 13th, 1:42 PM, stadium. I thought there was a witness here. Looking around. I don't see anyone. Mr. Edgeworth! Look who it is. Long time no see! You are Miss Emma Sky, correct? And I'm playing Apollo Justice at the same time, which takes place after this game, and after the second Edgeworth game, so you get to see Emma Sky in that game, Apollo Justice, which is older, and a bit more mean. This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Sky. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor in Rise of the Phoenix case of the first game. I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Miss Edgeworth. Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad? You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. I see. I guess we're just done there again. Well, talk to us some more. I almost didn't recognise you. You've really grown in these past few years. Please don't tease me, Miss Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. You seem to know Miss Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday. And I'm trained to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief? Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do. Emma Sky. So, why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I had just missed you. How exactly did you know I was here? With the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I used these to track your footprints and I followed them straight to you. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground and when you shine the special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. God damn, it's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. The witness. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking. So let me guess, there's been a murder, right? Yep, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. And I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? What we're done talking to her. Examine this monstrosity here. I assume this is another Badgermobile? Yeah, but it's a different colour than the blue Badger's car. Yes, this is the retina searing pink model, yes it is. Huh? What's that off in the distance? Oh. Hello. Oh, hey, it's the pink Badger. Badger, get! Badger, 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 Badger. Mushroom, mushroom, Badger, Badger, Badger. It's a snake! That's what he's referencing right there. Just what does she see in these silly things? Oh... tough love. I think this Badger has something to say to you, Miss Edgeworth. Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak Badger dance. Do I gotta talk to this thing? I do. Oh, God almighty. I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore. Yeah. No! Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief. Edgy boo! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really. I was trying so hard to keep the kid's dream alive by staying in character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm just going to be direct. I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare. So, you're a friend of Miss Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger. You could say that, but right now I'm just a Pink Badger dearie. She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman. My name is Wendy Oldbag. You can call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. Huh, what do I care about a young whippersnapper like you? Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite. Of course she's back. Of course she had to bring her back because of her connection to Edgeworth. Wendy Oldbag. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time you met? Huh, I go where I'm needed. Very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. Get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. Doesn't matter. Oh god. Yeah, there she goes. I'm not going to try and read in it. I forgot she does this. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Miss Edgeworth. Okay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further. The witness. Aren't you forgetting about something, Miss Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today. I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She's the witness. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder. You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. Okay, I can remember her being the guard at the Steel Samurai thing. But I'm having... I know she was in the Gatewater Hotel. I just cannot remember the case or whatever happened in that. I just cannot remember it at all. What all bag witnessed? I think it happened in Justice for All, and that's the one game that I've played the least. And it was... yeah, I just can't remember it that much. I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Okay, I need a drink. Because my throat is hell after recording Apollo Justice and now this. Oh, that's better. Looks like I've hit the jackpot, Miss Edgeworth. Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately. What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo? Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. I've got to literally press everything. Press. Okay, to the stadium, take a short break, press. You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger? You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell the sweat, your hip creaks with pain, you even begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scare a child for life, you know. Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here with Whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids. So what did you see whilst you were the Pink Badger? Well, So what did you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting? Could you put that in any more of a confusing way, Miles? Oh yes, that, well. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Press. You saw two men. Can you describe them for me? They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that. But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Miss Edgeworth. I am not worked up over anyone. I'm not jealous. It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two were just fouls, compared to a stallion like you. I thought you said fools then, it was hard to make out. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Suddenly there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. Press. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place. Absolutely! That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person that got shot. I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help. Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what was found from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony. Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we? Well, it was somewhat useful. The testimony also presents us with a new problem. Miss Edgeworth? Yes? So about this new problem. What is it? What is that giant grin on your face for? You want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you. Don't be so mean. Let's write something you're going to like. Where's that gadget you're holding? What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief. Ah, I should have known it would be worthless. Oh, don't be like that. Tee-hee. Huh. What do you think now? What's he doing? He's projecting something into the air. I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood! What is this? This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief. Little Thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far. Little Thief's actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I used it like this, Let's see, Miss Oldbag said that the two men were facing each other. And then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground. Ah, so with this, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past. See, so what do you think? I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days. Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu. Indeed. Oh, but if there isn't enough information or something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony. You got it. You really catch on quick, Miss Edgeworth. Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. If I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification. Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. If you find something, I've got a little thief with me, so you can just let me know, okay? Begin investigation! Stadium. Oh, wow. This is insane. I would love to see this in a, 3DS Ace Attorney game. With all the better graphics and everything. This would be cool. Right, so, I'm just going to adjust my guide here. We has a look at the blue body. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here. That's right, but if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction. Huh? What? Where? This is the real scene of the crime. There's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? Oh, it's... Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, it's there. I kept thinking that was a picture. Take that. This is the contradiction. Eh? Is something wrong with my recreation? This is the real scene of the crime. Something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one? Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right? Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony. Edgy poo! How can you doubt me like that? You calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down. No, I don't think she's lying, Miss Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Why is there no blood? Why is there no blood around the victim's prone body? They fell on top of something, I bet. Like a tarp. We have a look at this over here, this stage. Looks like they broke the stage down. The stage was packed up. The stage I saw this morning in the centre of the stadium has been packed away. I guess this means they're done for the day. Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. I always like to think of... I've been watching a lot of Star Trek Voyager, and I'm just projecting Tuvok onto Miles Edgeworth with all his logic stuff, and he doesn't display that much emotion. It's really hard to not see Miles as a Vulcan. I can't even say Klingon as well. It's not Klingon, it's Vulcan. Apparently we can connect some logic now. Victim was kidnapper with why is there no blood? Could we have not connected that a second ago? I don't know why it's telling me to do it now and not after I got why is there no blood. I would have thought a stage was packed up would have connected. Or maybe it's a costume, and that's why there's no blood, because the blood's in the costume. Was that in the game or outside? I heard revving of an engine. I don't know if it was inside or outside. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume? So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume there is a very good chance that he was. Maybe, possibly, suspiciously, that maybe, hopefully that maybe no. God, could you put any more words in there? But if he was shot whilst he was inside one of those stolen costumes, then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground. Precisely. And if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume. You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around. Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. Oh, I wonder how. Let's go to Emma. This is amazing. Just feel the power of science. Footprint analysis. Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints. Finally my expert knowledge in forensics is needed. Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints? Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything. Very well, if you could please analyse the footprints in this area. Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Here she goes. Hey, I found something. Look, right here. Right there. Anywhere. I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Miss Edgeworth. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest. Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Victim's costume, data jotted on my organizer. Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. Can't wait to see what we find out from this new info. Investigation complete! The victim was wearing a costume when he died. And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right? I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention. God, it's so bright. What do you want? Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. What Old Bag witnessed. I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. So, does this mean that Miss Oldbag's testimony is a contradiction in it? Yep, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation. See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldbag to put into the recreation. For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. So, we go to the statement, as I was resting. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. We present the victim's costume. Yeah, she didn't mention that he was in a costume or anything. Two men? How do you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. What? I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all. But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier. The second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense. I see our witness still has a screw loose, in the metaphorical sense. Cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs. Which is exactly why I go there now when I get to take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there, it's so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there? Well, I know I saw two people. But I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. In the shadow of the stage, it was hard to make out the killer and the victim that Oldbag saw in the stage's shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young. Oh god, I'm not reading it. Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay? You've got it. Begin investigation! Stadium again. Well, first off, we've got some logic to connect. The stage was packed up with the shadow of the stage. Connect. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. You want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief? Yes, if you please. Okay. Huh. Oh. That's not good. You can't walk through it. There is clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines. Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me. I suppose in any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at the time. Yeesh. Told you I got it. You feel the need to explain everything? Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation. Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Oh, right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. That explains how, it went down and through the person, like, diagonally. See, now let me update the info in the simulation. Investigation complete! A very short investigation. Well, what are we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Lang. Agent Lang! How nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium. I see. Thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little Thief is not a toy. You too. Sir. I thought they were going to arrest Kay then. Okay. And there you have it. You see, big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation. So what? You still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course! Even knowing that the crime scene took place here doesn't let him off the hook. Ah, have an argument with this douchebag. Agent Lang's logic. He has none. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed. I'm going to argue every single point of that. How far you will go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark. You see, thank you for understanding my little crow girl. I'm also common crow. I'm the Ethigarasu, the Raven of Legend. Unfortunately, your conclusion is yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. We've got to go to, and when the victim finally showed. And when the victim finally showed, we present Mr. Deacon's murder notes. Shakes head. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Huh? Why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look. Oh, well then. Oh, it was the opposite way around. He wasn't shot in the shoulder to the down. He was shot the opposite way. So he was standing up on the stage. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region, still can't say it, and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. Ah! Then, yep, a recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction. You're discounting your own conclusions? No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. The stage's location, the witness's location, the killer and victim's locations. You'll switch them around. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim are wrong. Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on the top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. There we go. Boom. Yeah, I don't think it would have fallen like that. I think it would have fallen flat on his face. If this is what happened, it also explains the positioning of the gunshot wounds. Then what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we could assume then that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. So many badgers killing each other. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Huh. Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. Here we go again. Another bit of proof. I ask that you take another good look at the tyre marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. The 3 tired tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Another bit of proof. We got to use then he used the car to move the body. Then he used the car to move the body. We present the blue Badgermobile. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tyre marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never been to this stadium? Apparently we highlight the tyre. Take a good look at the tyres. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. Ah, right. Ah! If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tyre tracks, then the lack of mud on these tyres stands out as very peculiar indeed. Then how do you explain the tyre tracks, genius? Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping in the entire time in the second tier seats. Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving store as I recall. Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger? It looks absolutely terrifying. That's right, there was one more parking space inside that garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There will still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Grrr. Huh. Hey, did you hear something? Huh. Hell. Oh, Lance? Help me. Lance! Are you alright? Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in? Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. Huh? What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but 2. One was a woman. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. What are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough? Ah, again? You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Miss Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily. Don't count on me to testify because I won't, not for you. That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate? Fair maidens? My, you little rascal! You sure know the way into a woman's heart. Lang Z says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and the lady is young forever. Huh! Trying to outdo my edgy poo of your fancy smancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Miss Edgeworth. To be continued! That's a bit of a short one. Oh. So, we found out where the actual murder scene was. It was in the stadium. We discovered Kay's little device to Little Thief, which is pretty cool for reenacting the scene out. The victim was up on the stage in a suit and got shot. By the victim, I mean the butler. The killer was also in a suit, and then Lance showed up. Well, forget about Wendy Oldbag, we don't care about her. Lance showed up, said he escaped, and one of his kidnappers was a woman. So, if there's only 2 kidnappers, then that means we are now looking for a woman. Which you would think would, put less light on Meekins. But maybe they might say, oh, there's more than 2 kidnappers, so, it's a man, it's a woman, and Meekins. So, I don't know. But we'll have to see what happens next time, and I know for a fact that at the start of the next episode, I will show you a very interesting cameo, because I think I said it before, in each episode, you can see a cameo of characters from earlier games that are just in the environment. We saw Salmonella in the airport, but next time it's going to be a very special cameo. So, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.